All right, so we are live finally. Anyway, thank you very much for joining us here, Lindsey Beach, as I already know. Lindsey is an affiliate marketer, and he runs a Facebook group, Affiliate Marketing Syndicate. And I got in touch with Lindsey. I'm not really sure where we get to know each other. Do you remember?
I thought it was in my group at some point in time. It was we were about to do some stuff with Yunla. Obviously that whole platform kind of crashed and burned.
Yeah. Yeah. So basically, like, the first thing we did together is that we were building some automated system to generate email lists and so on. But it didn't work out, but we stayed in touch, and it was a fun anyway. So Lindsey, why don't you start and introduce yourself a little, like tell us something more about your background, where you come from, because I think it's a pretty interesting story. So go on.
Well, my background definitely isn't affiliate marketing. I haven't even actually been doing it that long. I have been an entrepreneur. You know, I've had probably 4 or 5 businesses, anywhere from, you know, I grew up in a good family, you know, white collar family. My dad owned a business, but, you know, it's always like under my skin to like get away from my dad and do something on my own. I went off to college because that's what you were supposed to do. And I had like dial-up. So, you know, that should tell you something, that I'm actually a little older than Jacob.
I still remember dial-up, like the sound which it made. Yeah.
Shoot, I remember when like we first got internet at my house, and it was just like when the internet first came out overall, and I was just like, what is this? Like it was crazy, but you didn't really think about where it was going to go. You know, looking back on it, I was like, man, I wished I had like gotten into some things back then, because who knows where I'd be. But anyway, so went and worked for my dad. That didn't work out. I was like, I got to get out of here. Ended up opening up an Oric vacuum store. If any of you guys don't know what that is, it's basically the 7-pound, 8-pound vacuum, real lightweight. And they had stores, and they still have stores. But my store didn't do very well. Like, it was traditional advertising at that point in time. You still like putting ads in newspapers and stuff like that. My store just didn't do well, but it did become my first like online experience. So I started, you weren't supposed to do this. I started slinging all the vacuums and the air purifiers on eBay at the time.
Okay.
And I started killing it that way. I knew I could get in trouble, but I was like, you're helping me out. So
it was a franchise,
yes,
franchise thing.
It was actually like a licensed deal at the time, but they eventually changed it to franchise. And so basically all I had to do was like, I had to use whatever their stuff was. I had my guidelines and restrictions, but I bought all my products from them. I mean, it was just like they marked it up. I was the middleman, then I sold it retail. So
okay, so yeah, it's quite easy to understand that it wasn't like allowed to sell on eBay.
Yeah, well, it was like I felt like they were kind of like screwing us in a way, because you know they'd put these deals on their website, just like completely cutting the bottom out of everything that we had. You know, it was like they were selling a vacuum on their site for like what they were giving it to us for cost at times.
Are they still in the business, really? This is really weird business model.
They weren't doing it with all the products, but that's how they would like kind of lure people in.
Okay.
And
so
instead of like instead of giving us a deal like on that vacuum, they were just like, sorry, you got to eat that one.
Okay.
And then upsell them if they come into the store.
I understand.
You know, they wrapped their brain around it. I never thought it was a good deal. Like people were like coming in looking for, I basically would make no money, but I figured out a way to start slinging some of the products online, you know, that they didn't discount basically. And I started making like $8,000-$10,000 a month doing it. And then eventually I just decided I didn't want to be in that business and sold it, broke even, walked away. And then I got into buying and selling college textbooks. Very interesting business.
It's an interesting niche.
Well, there's just a lot of money involved. I mean, I started going into basically colleges and offering all the professors. They get these books shipped to them for free, and adopt our book for your class, adopt our book, and they wouldn't even use half the books. I'd go in with a wad of cash and just door to door, and I mean, I'd buy a book for $50. They were selling in the bookstore for $300.
No way, really?
Yeah, and then I'd be able to, and then I'd send them off to different wholesale companies that owned bookstores. Like maybe they weren't using a book here, they were using it in Montana or somewhere, and they'd pay me like $200 for that book. So I pay $50, they pay me $200 for the book, then they'd sell for $300. So
it's so nice and basic and functional business model, like buy for X and sell for 4X basically. Yeah, I love it.
So, and then I decided, I started seeing you could sell these things on Amazon and half.com, which half is owned by eBay. And so I was like, well, I'm going to save some of my books. And it was hard because you had to have the money to sit on it, because, the buying books only comes 2 or 3 times a year in reality, at the end of the semesters and quarters. There's a trickle here or there, but so I started selling, and then I'd sell them on Amazon and half for $275, just $25 short of that, and people would start buying it. So I started making even more money. And then I looked online, and I'm like, I bought this book for, $50 from that professor, and it's selling online for $50. And I can go to the wholesale company and they'll give me $150. So I was like, I got to have somebody write me something to go buy all these books. So I got a programmer. He wrote up, this thing that I could just launch onto Amazon and half, and it would pull back all the books that were undervalued. And I just sit on there for an hour buying with my credit card. They'd ship all the books to me, and then I'd ship them all off to the wholesale companies. So I knew I made money off a book right when I bought it.
That's perfect. So that was the one of the very first experiences with selling online, right?
Yeah, that was probably, that was my most lucrative up to this point.
And before we start talking about affiliate marketing and what are you up to today, and some people are joining already, so feel free to ask questions in the comments. Lindsey is an affiliate marketer, and as you can hear, he's sharing a lot of golden nuggets of how he became one. So feel free to ask questions about his journey and about some growth hacks we're gonna share. And right now, just tell us a little bit more about what is it like of being, how does the typical day of affiliate marketer look like? Is it really that you are laying on the beach, right?
Sometimes it can be a little unorganized, and I don't get some of the things done I'd like to, but my main focus is just to usually pick something out to accomplish for the day. I try to get a little bit of everything in, whether it's working on some kind of traffic, that I'm doing, maybe Bing ads, or even sometimes I'll buy solo ads and different things like that.
Can you maybe explain what solo ads are to the people here?
Well, solo ads are basically and they work mostly in the make money online business opportunity niche. But you can basically go find a solo ad vendor, somebody with a huge email list, who all they do is build their email list and, send their list offers, different offers and different things. So they keep up with and it's all based on make money online, affiliate marketing, MMO type stuff. So you can go purchase, 100 clicks from solo ad vendors, and they'll send your offer to their email list, and you'll basically, they only charge you for people who click on your link, similar to pay-per-click or something like that. It can be a little bit cheaper and easier, but they'll send people to your landing page or your offer, and then you can either get some subscribers, email subscribers from that, or, you know, make sales too. I've made plenty of sales using solo ad vendors.
I know that we met right before you were starting as a ClickFunnels affiliate. For people who just joined or maybe don't know what ClickFunnels is or are. ClickFunnels is a website building tool, more like a sales funnel building tool, which allows you to create kick-ass sales funnels in really short time, and they perform well. Founder is Russell Brunson. And if you want to sell online, I definitely did try it out. And they have a really kick-ass affiliate program when if you lead like 100 people, they will give you a car, right? And I met Lindsey when he were starting to like get into affiliate marketing with ClickFunnels, and he started killing it. So why don't you tell us a little bit more about how did you do it? Because I know that you built your Facebook group and you were quite active on YouTube as well. So tell us a little bit more, please.
I guess it was probably the end of 2017, the beginning of 2018. You know, like I knew I wanted to do like online marketing. I was kind of in the middle of another business that I had that just I was not interested in. You know, it was more labor intensive type stuff, and it was in the car business. But I knew that I had wanted to do some type of online marketing. And, you know, I bought some courses from different people like Ryan Stewman and people like that. And, you know, ran Facebook ads, was thinking about doing agency work, but I just decided I really wasn't interested in agency work. And I kind of, you know, Ryan Stewman introduced me to ClickFunnels indirectly, you know, and so I started following Russell Brunson a little bit. And I was like, man, I got to buy, you know, I bought Funnel Hacks. I was just like, this guy's awesome. So, you know, I dove into the Funnel Hacks and all that. And I was like, you know, he's talking about creating a product and different things. And I was like, I knew eventually I wanted to create some sort of information product. So except I had no idea what that was going to be. I mean, I was lost. I was just like, I know this is what I want to do. And then Russell pretty much suggested affiliate marketing until you figure out what you want to do. And I'd already known what affiliate marketing was. But so the first thing I did was like jump into the boot camp. They have an affiliate boot camp for ClickFunnels. It's not very good.
I went through, it's not really good, but like
but the community.
Yeah, the community is good.
There's lots of information once you get into the community and start. I mean, it can be overwhelming.
I agree. Yeah.
There's so many people offering so many different things. So I just kind of dove in. I found a mentor. His name is Catlin Bettridge. Just a great dude, you know, really crushing it all around with like marketing in general. He has a huge group that just like grew faster than anything I've ever seen. But that's basically, he told me I needed to start a group and just start promoting ClickFunnels and use a similar system to how he did it. And that's what I did. I mean, I just started grinding. You know, that's the way I look at it. It was like grinding online, Facebook all the time, you know, trying to make posts, trying to answer people's questions. I didn't really know much about paid traffic at the time, although I tried a little bit and failed.
What do you mean a little bit? How much money you spent in paid traffic and failed?
I've spent at least, I failed paid traffic, you know, probably Facebook, $2,000. You know, to where I was just like, okay, this isn't working. I'm not doing, but to my, you know, I can't blame anybody but myself for that one. I mean,
it was a tuition for you. Yeah.
I just didn't dive into it, you know, with anything traffic wise, Facebook, AdWords, Bing, anything traffic wise, you really, to become good at it, you have to like completely immerse yourself in that stuff. There's so many tricks and there's a science to it. I mean, there really is. And once you figure it out, then you can do most anything with it. but I just wasn't willing to put in the time. I was too busy working on my Facebook group, building it, and doing interviews. I was actually making money and getting ClickFunnels trials by doing that.
So you are building your group like full of people who want to learn how to make money online, same the way as you do, right?
Yes.
So what would you say that was the maybe top 3 most important thing when it comes to building your group?
Well, I mean, there was another thing. I made a lot of mistakes. I took what Catlin did to build his group, and I kind of followed his method. The problem with that was I didn't have the knowledge Catlin did. So it's real simple for him to just he was a machine of just wealth of knowledge. When he answers questions online, it's so detailed and so just overwhelmingly, valuable that he just draws lots of people towards him because of it. And he had already been doing that for a long time. So it's easy for him to build a group. For me, I didn't have that same, I couldn't use that same method. Like I tried and it just I didn't have the knowledge behind it. So I made some mistakes. Looking back on it, I eventually taught people how to do it better than I did it. I would say the first thing you do is take your own personal profile and either separate it from your friends and family and make it strictly for your business and build 5,000 friends off nothing that way. And then find a lead magnet and drive people to the group that way. Start posting value and stuff like that, and then driving people to the group. And when you do that, and then you got to find content for the group, which is, can always be difficult for people. And the one thing that, I did that built my group up really fast was I just interviewed people just like we're doing now. You go out and find influencers and people in the niche you're trying to build, and you just interview them, and they'll give you content. People want to see other influencers be interviewed, give valuable information. So that's exciting. So basically you were trying paid advertising, and the first thing what really worked was building your group, right? Yes.
In the affiliate marketing.
Absolutely. And looking back on it, again, I did a lot of things good and I did a lot of things bad. It focused on the good things probably 60% of the time. And I still, in my first year, completely organic, I probably made $25,000, $30,000 in just affiliate commissions.
That's crazy. That's crazy. And are you still focused on promoting ClickFunnels, or do you do any other products as well?
You know what? I just I stopped. I was doing AdWords, promoting it directly, and it, Spencer Meekum dropped his course, and it just the competition for AdWords got so expensive that it wasn't really worth it to me anymore. So I stepped back. My YouTube, I got, about 5 or 6 videos on YouTube that I don't have a huge channel, but I get probably 10, 15 trials a month off just that organically. So it stays somewhere around $2,000 a month.
So completely without putting any work, right?
Yeah, I initially dumped probably 10 grand into it.
To learn everything, yeah.
Yeah, and I probably made about 15,000 profit off just that. And now I don't spend any money, so now every month it's just that'll add up.
All right, we have a question. Hi Lindsey, thanks for sharing. From Steven. Can you roughly estimate what percentage of time on an average day you spend on studying trade stuff, funnel building, traffic gen, lead gen, setting up pages, bookkeeping, chatting with other marketers, etc.? Just curious. What are your priorities? Thanks again. Really appreciate your wisdom.
Well, obviously your priorities change all the time. I mean, if I go back and look at different times and different things, even 3 months ago, I can completely critique what I did wrong, like this is how this goes. And you just keep on going down and then up and then down and then up every time you think you got it figured out. But at this point in time, my main focus is our traffic. Like I said before, pay-per-click traffic in general. I'm really focusing my energy on just like learning it backwards and forwards to where I just dominate it. As far as I try and do some stuff with my blog, like my blog isn't doing real great or anything, but that's because I let it lapse. But I try and maybe write an article every couple of weeks and add a video to it. So at least I'm putting little things in place here, there, and keeping building and stuff like that to where like eventually, like once I get my paid traffic down, then, hopefully that'll have built up too. And, I'm just putting little things in place gradually. But as far as like building landing pages and stuff like that, I use ClickFunnels, and I most of the time I got that down pretty pat. It's easy for me to build landing pages, like simple ones. Now, if I had to build like some big time funnel, I'd go get help, but I don't really spend a whole lot of time doing that. I might tweak it, play around with split testing and things like that. But
yeah. All right. Before we dive deeper into the paid traffic, it wasn't always like that. I know that you were spending a lot of time in your Facebook group, and right now it's a little bit slower. It's not that active as before. So why don't you share with us why is it that way at this moment?
So like I had, I had spent all last year, like just 100% focused on Facebook and organic and kind of building a brand around it. And I had done pretty well overall. I just neglected other parts of being an affiliate marketer, I became like kind of a branding guy before I actually became a really good affiliate marketer.
Okay.
I was making commissions. So there's, like if you're making commissions, you're doing good. I mean, at times like people launch contests, and because I had an active group and things like that, I'd make, $2,000 or $3,000 off a launch, which is, I mean, that's amazing. It's great. It's the best feeling in the world. But, eventually you get to a point when you've grown a group, like mine was like 2,500 people in it. And, I'd done interviews, and I could keep interviewing people, but I really wanted to be good at affiliate marketing in general, like all around. Like I wanted to be able to go grab some offer off of ClickBank, put it somewhere and build traffic. I neglected my email on the back end. I mean, I had like 3,000 people on an email list, and I hadn't even sent an email to them. And who knows how long, come to find out that, that it ended up being a bad situation. I've learned so much since then about email marketing and autoresponders, and which is another thing I just completely neglected. And so I decided to step back from Facebook, because I know I can build a group. Even if I can't get my group back up, I'll build a group like that. I know how to do it now. But I want to be able to come into Facebook stronger with more results and be an all-around affiliate to be able to help anybody. I don't just want to be a ClickFunnels affiliate guy. Like there's so many people who are known, and I focus my energy on that. And now I want to be able to show people that there's a huge world out there of affiliate marketing, and so many offers and so many things that you can basically do anything with it.
So right now you're spending like massive amount of time on learning actually the craft of affiliate marketing and not branding yourself. Yeah. So what is your main focus right now? You mentioned paid traffic. So what exactly you are doing like to learn everything in paid traffic? How much time you actually spend experimenting and spending money, and how much time you actually spend like studying everything, and from what sources you study?
Well, usually if I get like, I buy courses, and I really do go through the courses. I mean, I like courses, like, and I try and implement things as much as I possibly can. If I can get one thing out of a course, I'm extremely happy about it. And the problem is like taking some of the things you learn from these courses and implementing them. And I've gotten so many courses that it's always been coming back to the same thing, like I want to build a huge email list. It's the money is in the email list. I've seen it. I've met guys, excuse me. And if you have a huge email list, you make lots of money with affiliate marketing, period. That's just the bottom line in whatever niche you're in. So I've been trying to build my email list, and, there's a difference between like quality traffic and not so quality traffic. And, figuring out how to do that is, it's been tough for me. And then when I realized that it's coming back to the same thing, it just keeps on pointing back to the same thing. The traffic, I'm having trouble with the traffic. Like I can make a huge autoresponder with pretty good emails in it. And, will convert if I am consistent enough with it, but I'm not bringing in the consistent traffic. With traffic, you gotta constantly bring it in, constantly clean it out. So you're just taking new traffic, cleaning out old traffic. People who are non-clickers, non-openers, and things like that. So that is my main focus. Like right now, I'm just like traffic. I'm diving in.
And mostly paid traffic, right?
Yes, paid traffic.
So your favorite is pay-per-click, so Bing, Google, and something else?
No, those are basically what I've been focusing on. I'm trying to not look over to Facebook right now. It's like others.
Yeah, me myself sometimes like shiny object syndrome, basically. You see some crazy case study of someone who made crazy amounts of money, like doing Instagram influencers, I don't know, Facebook ads or anything. And you start thinking like, wouldn't this work for me as well? And you just lose the focus, which is the wrong thing, because you get the fruits later in the game.
My problem is like I have a lot of friends online, that I've connected with over the last year, like some really good affiliate marketers. And I'm almost to the point where I'm like cutting everybody off talking to them, because what happens is like they want to help me, and then they start steering me in some direction that like I'm just like, dude, I can't go there. Like I know I appreciate your help and I want to do exactly what you said, but like, I'm over here trying to get this down. I can't go.
Yeah.
It's very easy to do that, and that's why I've shut myself off from Facebook. Honestly, it's just like I gotta get this down, and I gotta quit talking to people like steering me in different directions.
All right, I understand that totally. We have 3 questions here from Aaron. What's the top 3 things you would suggest to people just getting started in affiliate marketing?
I would say, number one, it always comes down to the same question. You have to decide like whether you have more time or more money. Like you always want to get to the point to where you can eventually spend money on paid traffic. So, even if I would tell people to learn traffic immediately, in my opinion, and build your email list. Because if you know how to do paid traffic, you don't have to just stick to affiliate marketing. You can make money helping other companies or businesses out with paid traffic that don't know how to do it. And they can pay you to do theirs while you take the money they pay you and dump it into your affiliate campaigns over here. I would say take one source of traffic paid and learn every bit you possibly can about it, every piece of information.
So this is tip number 1, master one traffic source. What is the tip number 2?
I would say master an organic traffic source.
Okay, organic traffic source. So not spend money on paid when you are totally starting out.
Yeah. So like, if you have money, great. Then go focus on that organic traffic and master an organic one also. YouTube, Facebook, there's just all sorts of ways to build a brand. My thoughts would be YouTube in general. Like it really, even if you don't want to get on video, man, just force your way into it. We all kind of sucked at it at first, but you just have to say everybody feels this way, man.
Yeah. All right. So master one organic traffic source before moving to another one.
Yes.
All right.
So obviously you want to pick a niche, but that's, and then I would say build an email list. Build an email list and be consistent. Don't like
nurture those leads. Yeah.
Yes. Whatever you have to do, man. Like even if you don't have content, man, content is really easier than it seems. I mean, here's one tip: do interviews, whether it be on YouTube, whether it be anywhere with anybody in your niche, and then just email out to your list that interview, like, hey, check this out. Here's some great content. Even if you don't build a Facebook group, but even if you have a YouTube video, send out other people's YouTube videos and say, hey, check this guy out. I learned a piece of cool content today, and I really wanted to share it with you guys. I thought it was really awesome.
What do you think about emailing people daily? Do you think it's a good approach, or would you do it like weekly or bi-weekly?
There's two types of ways to go about it. Like if you're like if you're branding yourself, like, I mean, I build two different lists. I build, a branding list, and then I build just like an affiliate, MMO list. So the MMO list I email out every single day, maybe twice a day. And then, but I also am just constantly cleaning and adding traffic to that.
Okay.
So it's very important to just like, and then I have a branding list, and that's the one I should have emailed more. I would say if you got stuff to send them, send it to them. You got something to say, but no matter what, at least like, I would say 2 or 3 times a week minimum. You want to keep up with them. You want to provide them with content. You want to focus on, making them open that stuff, give them stuff for free, go find PLR stuff and give it to them, like just provide value in some way or another.
Yeah. I heard that after 2 weeks of not emailing your subscribers, they just forgot about you. It's crazy. Like you need to still nurture them. Anyway, suggest one best course for affiliate marketing. You said that you bought a lot of courses. So what would you say that is the number one helpful? Like, what is the most helpful course you went through? Spencer's Medium?
No. I mean, I think Spencer's probably got a great course and stuff like that. I made lots of money off his course and I enjoyed it, but like I had a big ClickFunnels following, so it was easy. I would say another Franklin Hatchett was probably one of the better courses that I've, as well as Spencer does and stuff like that. Franklin is a level up here. Spencer does great with ClickFunnels. He's dumped a ton of money into building his like dream car and being the dominant dream car winner and stuff and paid traffic. But Franklin, he's a dream car winner organically. He teaches you how to build a profitable blog. He's got over 100,000 subscribers in his YouTube channel. He teaches you how to do ClickBank offers, things like that. Like it's a very thorough, all around comprehensive affiliate marketing.
So can you once again repeat the name of the course, please, or of the guy?
His name is Franklin Hatchett. God, what is that course called?
I think it's easy to find after people Google
I'm sure.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
just like go to YouTube, look up Franklin Hatchett, and he's got more content, and he gives great free content.
Yeah,
I mean,
I was watching some of these videos, and it's really cool. It's really cool. All right, another question. We actually discussed it little, like what are the solo ads? But our CEO Udit is asking, what's your thought on solo ads? So basically about the maybe the quality, traffic, and so on. Like, what is your thought? What are your 2 cents?
I think solo ads can serve a purpose to a certain extent. You have to be like extremely smart with who you buy solo ads from. Even when I first bought solo ads in the beginning, I mean, I didn't know enough about it to do well with it at all. I mean, it just, you have to understand solo ads are probably a lower quality of traffic that, you know, they're just constantly looking for the next big thing, you know, the next shiny object. So you have to, you know, pound them, and then get rid of them when they're not clicking or opening. It just, it's a turnover thing. And if you're smart, and one things that I did learn about solos more recently is if you set up your landing page and your ClickMagick tracking / rotator to promote solo ads with, and you set it up correctly, you can make money right on the front end. I mean, I've done real well. I did good in the last couple months with ClickBank and a CPA network using solo ads.
All right, it sounds interesting. I don't have like this good experience with solo ads. I mean, I built a list, but it wasn't like really responsive, and maybe I just didn't know how to do it properly.
No, they're not real responsive. You're not like you're not experiencing anything that anybody else hasn't experienced. Like you have to find a way to monetize solo ad traffic.
Yeah.
And that's why when it's just like, you got to find a solo ad guy that actually gets decently quality traffic that'll help you kind of make money on the front end. Like my solo ad guy that I usually use, I'll probably make anywhere from 50 to 70% upfront.
That's crazy. And then the rest is in the back end, right?
Yeah. And then it's like, well, your opens and stuff, like, you know, you just got to clean that stuff out, man, and keep pushing it forward. Like once your list gets to a certain size, it'll tip the other way. Like at first it's kind of like you figure a way out to make some money on the front end. And then finally you'll go over and start making money and it'll turn around. I've seen guys that do it, and it takes a lot, like big lists. Like once you hit 10,000, it starts heading kind of the other direction.
I actually heard that your subscribers should be worth like $1 to. I'm not really sure if it's correct, because it seems way too much for me, like $1 per subscriber.
Yeah, if you got a quality branded list.
Yeah.
I said, there's a difference between so that doesn't go for solo ad list, make money online type stuff. But if you got like a solid branded list that you're keeping up with, I absolutely believe that's the case.
All right. We are actually we are almost out of the time, but I have a last question for you. What is your favorite growth hack so far, the one you can share with us?
My favorite growth hack. I guess it just depends on whether you want to do it, or I'll give you one for each of them. If you're gonna like build a Facebook group, I would say, just like I told you, if you go look at my profile and just emulate it exactly like I have it, and then start just adding people in your niche to your personal profile, 100 a day. And just make sure you got some content on the front of it that, you know, that's valuable. And then just start adding people to your Facebook group, and you can grow your Facebook group, I mean, very, very quickly. And go out and just sign up people for interviews for your Facebook group. It may start off a little slow and not, but like the more you do it, the faster it grows. People have taken my exact strategy and copied it and blown their Facebook groups up as of recently.
So how would you find these people to add to your friends list?
In different, like you go, I would take 5 or 6 of the top influencers in your niche. Affiliate marketing is a little differently. I started finding more of these people further on. Like I stuck to the ClickFunnels mainly, and that just like at the end of the day, affiliate marketing, but it helped me with ClickFunnels. But you find like take, you know, 5 to 10 influencers that you follow, whether it be on YouTube or something like that. Just go find these people, start following them on Facebook. And when you see them make posts on Facebook, you know, and people start commenting because they're influencers for a reason, they'll have lots of, you know, start adding those people who basically engage on their posts, whether not just commenting, the people who like, and, you know, you want people to come into your Facebook group or your, you know, your main profile and engage on your posts. So you want people who engage, not just don't go into their friends list and just start like friending all the people on their friends. Like go to their posts and like, you know, look at the people that are engaging and friend those people. And you can grow a Facebook group really quick that way.
You're saying 100 people a day, like how much time would this take, this exact strategy, to find these people to go to their profile, comment, and so on? 100 people a day is quite a lot. Or
well, I mean, you got to take your time to just like get it all down up front. You know, like I would write down 5 to 10 people. You know, you got to do a little upfront work, and then you got to set up your profile. I mean, when you're building a Facebook group, it's not just like, hey, I'm going to just set up a Facebook group. If you want to do it right, you know, like Facebook, building a Facebook group and keeping up with a Facebook group is a lot of work. But it can be very lucrative, but it's a different approach to things. And like I made money off of it. I know how to do it. It works, but I don't want to just be sitting on Facebook and doing that stuff all the time. Once you get it up and running, it's not as difficult, but it's just like, it takes a lot of work. You got to set up your profile. You got to be ready to start the group with like some kind of lead magnet. Why are people going to join your group? You know, like for me, I was like given like a free cheat sheet. Eventually I built out like a group resources section. You know, and I had affiliate offers in there. So if people went in there and got information out of it, they could go through it for affiliate offers. And then I started doing interviews and stuff like that. Like that's the best way to bring content to a group. It's like do interviews with people who know more than you.
Yeah, like, these are great tips.
I was bringing in, you know, guys like Steven Larson and, you know, Josh Forty and, you know, big time influencers, guys with Arnie Giske with like 100,000 people groups. And I'd get an interview in my group, and then they go tell people in their groups that they were going to do an interview. It didn't like blow my group up necessarily because of that, but like it was great content for the group. That way I didn't have to have like the answer for everything. That's
amazing. So one last thing, would you recommend to grow a Facebook group in 2019? And if so, in what niche?
In whatever niche, like you feel like you're passionate about. I mean, if you want to make money, Facebook groups can be a great way to make money. But again, they're a lot of work, and you have to, you know, you have to be passionate about it. So it's whatever niche you feel like. If it's about making money and you're passionate about it, you can always. I always say the same thing about everything. You can always make affiliate marketing. There's nothing that's out there that doesn't have an affiliate marketing program. I mean, you wouldn't believe it. You want to sell mattresses? I got a friend right now who makes like, somewhere between $5,000 and $10,000 a month affiliate marketing, slinging mattresses. Anything and everything you could think of. So like, find something you're passionate about, open up a group, and be ready to, put some content out about it. Some things are easier than others.
All right. Thank you very much, Lindsey, for joining our group and for providing such an awesome value here. Is there anything else you would like to share with people in the PitchGround?
No, I mean, I appreciate you guys for having me. Glad I did this. It's been a while since I've got on an interview and did anything.
You did great.
Kind of staying away from it, but I can promise you, I don't want to pitch anything to you guys because I don't have anything right now. But keep an eye out for me. I will be back, and I'll be back with a vengeance, and you'll see me everywhere. So.
Awesome. So thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Lindsey Bache. Did I pronounce it correctly?
Yep.
Perfect.
Yep.
Affiliate Marketing Syndicate. Make sure that you will check him out. And Lindsey, please stay active in our community because people will be asking and so on. So feel free to just add them and network with them as well.
Yeah, feel free to reach out, ask me any questions. It's no big deal, man. I don't get on Facebook as much anymore, but I will be, and I don't mind answering questions and things like that with anybody. So, feel free to reach out to me.
All right. Thank you very much. And yeah, see you later.
Appreciate it.